Imagine one night, you're walking down a quiet street and a light turns on. A strange, otherworldly glow. But it's not from a lamp or a window. It's coming from a pair of eyes. Eyes that have been watching humanity for thousands of years. And here's the unsettling part: only you can see it. These aren't human eyes. They belong to something much older, colder. We're taught that history is a story of human achievement. Civilizations rise and fall, driven by ambition, innovation, and conflict. But what if that's only half the story? What if someone, or something, has been pulling the strings from the shadows all along? Let's travel back to the dawn of civilization, to ancient Sumer. Their clay tablets, some of the oldest writings known to man, speak of the beings who descended from the heavens. They weren't just visitors. They were teachers. They brought knowledge, agriculture, architecture, law. They built our first cities, but look closely at how the Sumerians depicted them. Their carvings show figures with elongated eyes, slender bodies, and an unnervingly reptilian gaze. The Sumerians called them gods, but werete, or were they something far more tangible? Now, let's journey to ancient Egypt, a civilization that seemed to spring into existence with impossible knowledge of engineering and astronomy. On the forehead of every pharaoh, you'll find the uraeus, the rearing cobra. We're told it's a symbol of royalty and divine authority. But what if it was more than just a symbol? The inner circles of the priesthood whispered that certain rulers weren't entirely human, that they carried a different kind of light in their eyes, a hidden wisdom passed down not through blood, but through something else. The legendary Cleopatra, known for her sharp intellect and political prowess, was said to believe that direct eye contact was a form of power, a silent, forceful transmission of will and knowledge. Was this just charisma, or a clue to a much deeper secret? The evidence isn't confined to stone and paint. It's whispered in legends across the globe. Deep in the remote valleys of the Himalayas, ancient texts speak of the Nagas, a powerful race of beings, described as half human, half serpent. They were said to be guardians of immense underground cities, vast repositories of gold, jewels, and forgotten technology far beyond anything on the surface. These weren't primitive myths. They were detailed accounts of a subterranean civilization. Legends insist that these cities, like Agartha and Shambhala, still exist, hidden from our modern world, their entrances sealed and guarded. Let's cross the ocean to the Americas. Before the Aztecs and the Maya, a Gauguin arrived from the sky. They called him Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent. He was a pale-skinned, bearded figure who taught the people mathematics, the calendar, and astronomy. He gave them the very concept of time. He was a builder, a lawgiver, a civilizer. Then, just as mysteriously as he arrived, he vanished, sailing east across the sea, promising one day to return. Think about it. The Anunnaki in Sumeria, the serpent cults of Egypt, the Nagas in India, Quetzalcoatl in the Americas. Different continents, separated by vast oceans and thousands of years. Different cultures, different languages, yet the same recurring figure emerges, a serpentine being, a sky god, a bringer of knowledge. Is this all just a massive, planet-wide coincidence? Or is it the same fundamental truth, told in different tongues? The same beings, leaving their mark on humanity, time and time again. But this isn't just ancient history. Look around you today. The serpent symbol has not disappeared. It is woven into the very fabric of our modern world. You'll find it in corporate logos, in the emblems of powerful organizations, in medical symbols like the rod of it represents healing and knowledge, but also secrecy and power, a constant, subtle reminder. And there are stories, whispers on the fringes of the internet. Yes, but also accounts from people in positions of power, bodyguards, personal assistants, journalists. They speak of unsettling moments. A flicker, a split-second change in the eyes of a world leader during a press conference. A momentary lapse in their human-like appearance, revealing something else beneath. These accounts are often dismissed as stress or tricks of the light. But are they? Archaeologists continue to unearth anomalies that defy conventional explanation. Elongated skulls found in Peru, Malta, and Egypt, with cranial capacities much larger than a modern human's. Statues from ancient cultures that depict figures with distinctly non-human, reptilian features. Reliefs and carvings that show these beings interacting with humans, giving them tools and instructions. Each discovery raises more questions than it answers. They all seem to carry the same silent, powerful message. We were here. We are still here. Watching. Waiting. And that leads us to the most disturbing thought of all. What if they never left? What if, instead of ruling openly as gods, they adapted? What if they learned to blend in, to hide in plain sight, occupying the highest echelons of power in government, finance, media, shaping our society, guiding our destiny, not for our benefit, but for theirs. A silent, hidden dynasty that has been ruling this planet for millennia. History books may ignore this possibility. Mainstream science will certainly dismiss it. But the myths, the symbols, the ancient structures, and the lost cities, they tell a different story. A story of a truth hidden just beneath the surface of our accepted reality. So, the next time you see a serpent symbol on a building or a strange glint in someone's eye, don't just dismiss it as decoration or a trick of the light. Pause for a moment. Consider the possibility that the ancient past isn't dead. Maybe it's looking right back at you. Reptilians, are they just a myth? A wild conspiracy theory born from our fear of the unknown? Or are they the forgotten rulers, the silent architects of human history, hidden in the shadows, still in control? Perhaps the truth is only visible to those who dare to open their eyes and truly see. Thanks for watching. If this made you think, hit that like button and subscribe for more journeys into the unknown. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Have you ever seen something you can't explain?